Ah, Decoding. I've been looking all over for you. As you may recall, I oversee the atmospheric circulation system on the Moon. For the past several days, its internal gauges have picked up on the most unusual ethereal emanations, and I need your help deciphering them. The emanations appear to be coming from the wreckage of the Heimdall-class, a vessel which, as I understand, is the product of the Allagan civilization that once flourished on Aetheres. I dare not tread there alone lest some dormant mechanical abomination awaken and tear me apart. No, I must have a seasoned explorer by my side, one who has seen their fair share of Allagan ruins. You'll come, won't you? Please? Oh, I knew you'd say yes. Thank you, my friend, thank you. All that's left is to fetch the last member of our party. Sit tight right here and I'll be back in just a moment.
And thus was the party of three assembled. I expect this will be quite the thrilling expedition, oh yes.
I will forego introduction seeing as the two of you are already acquainted. As for how I came to know the minstrel, we met during my studies here in Charleon. I thought his insight would prove integral to our investigation.
Singingway tells me he detected a most distinctive rhythm in the ethereal signatures received by his atmospheric device. A rhythm which harkens to mind the mellifluousness of a poem.
Which is why I petition his expertise. There are none better versed in the melodies of Aetheres.
Heimdall's last sight. 'Tis the ruins of the vessel which once monitored the dread Bahamut inside his sanguine prison, day or night. That music of all things appears to emanate from the wreckage is altogether intriguing. Long has it been a dream of mine to visit the ashen satellite which rests in the heavens. When Singingway relayed to me his intention to petition your aid, I was all the more eager to make this first foray.
And glad I am to have you aboard. Once you've both seen to your preparations, let's have our emergent survey crew rendezvous on the Moon in Sinus Lacrimarum.
To think I would one day stand upon this pale celestial orb. 'Tis truly more magnificent than I imagined. And there looming in the distance is our star, its tranquil visage bearing no hint of the devastation wrought by the final days.
Wonderful, you've arrived. Let's get down to business, shall we? To begin, I would have you install an amplifier for the purposes of our investigation. Here, take this. The frequency of the ethereal waves emanating from Heimdall's last site are unfortunately of insufficient amplitude, but by placing this device near the source, we can boost the signal and make a more comprehensive analysis of the wavelengths. The amplifier will indicate when you've located the signal's source. From there, you need merely wedge it right into that very spot. The antenna embedded within should boost the signal to the required output. In the meantime, the minstrel and I will calibrate a supporter for analysis, and see if we can't retrieve any data from the vessel. You'll find us perched nearby once you've finished. Best of luck.
A fragment of the vessel's hull, seemingly torn from the craft when it crashed onto the moon. Despite the passage of several years, the equipment remains in an impeccable state, a testament to the Allagan's ingenuity. Yet the amplifier remains unresponsive. Nearly 5,000 years after its construction, this propulsion system's core still burns bright. Yet the amplifier is silent. This is clearly not the source of the ethereal emanations.
Would seem we can remotely access the vessel's internal records from here. I must say, the technological prowess of the Loporites is even greater than the rumors purported.
The source of the ethereal emanations should be nearby. You need only place the amplifier where the signal is strongest.
Why hello there, person of Etheres. I will have the data analyzed and ready for your perusal as soon as it's been fed into my inputs.
The amplifier has hummed to life in response to a blinking component on the surface of the vessel. You appear to have found the source of the aetherial emanations. With the device safely installed, it is time you rejoined your companions.
By your countenance, and, well, by your arrival, I take it you found the source of the ethereal emanations. I will have the supporter initiate its analysis protocols immediately.
Allow me to apprise you of the discoveries we made here in the meantime. According to the records we managed to retrieve from the vessel, Bahamut was kept in a trance whilst imprisoned within Dalamud. Yet despite his stupor, emissions of his ether were detected at regular intervals. When I pondered as to why this could be, I recalled the existence of the dragon's song. Dragonkind infuse their emotions with ether and express them when they roar, channeling their thoughts to their brethren to communicate. If my suspicions are correct, we may find Bahamut's will imprinted on the ethereal emanations that have suddenly surfaced.
Okay, analysis complete. The data appears to have been converted into an audio format. Let's give it a listen, shall we?
Bring unto mine enemies, crushing, defeat, burn their lands, their offspring, their ruination be complete.
This is a dragon's song? The wrath enveloping each word is palpable. Do you suppose it was Bahamut's years of imprisonment which gave rise to such hatred?
I'm afraid his rage precedes his millennia-long incarceration. The primal Bahamut was summoned forth by the dragons of Merasidir in their desperation to forestall an Allagan invasion, you see. By nature, he is the culmination of the fear and fury of those who called him from the abyss.
That's awful. Laporites were created out of a love for mankind, yet Bahamut was born of the opposite. To then be imprisoned for thousands of years, within veritable throwing distance of where we lay dormant. Wait a minute, what do we have here, another recording? Perhaps it shall provide further insight.
Grant hope, freedom, to my brothers, my sisters, one day, may we soar, the boundless skies, without fear.
Interned within Dalamut for millennia, Bahamut yearned for a day when not only he, but his oppressed brethren could find solace in the heavens once more.
There's something peculiar about the data. Analysis suggests that the first song we heard was amplified and transmitted repeatedly within Dalamud, almost as if to drown the second one out.
The Allagan needed Bahamut to serve as Dalamut's living core, and only by fueling his hatred could they draw out his fathomless reservoirs of ether to keep the lesser moon afloat. Their cruelty knew no bounds.
Oriange once told me the importance of the word which inspired my name. That to sing is to express that which comes from the heart, the purest feelings of joy, sorrow, and much, much more. For Bahamut's song to have been overwritten and effectively erased, it isn't right. That's why I want to fulfill his wish. I don't know how, or if it's even possible. But if it is, I need your help.
There is a means to give form to feeling, provided one has the appropriate instrument. Yet Bahamut is long deceased. The ethereal waves recorded on this vessel are naught more than the vestiges of his unfulfilled yearnings. Even should they be realized now, we would only be easing our own consciences, and by some accounts, committing taboo. Still you would proceed.
I would. I wish for Bahamut, no, for all of dragonkind to know that their voice, their song, has been heard. Even if it's an aberration, I wish to see Bahamut's wings beat unfettered in the skies once more.
And what say you? Very well. Then in light of your resolve, I shall bequeath to you this apocryphal horn. 'Tis capable of manifesting an entity which corresponds to the desires of the one who wields it. When you press the instrument upon your lips, you need but keep Bahamut's song of hope in your breast. A being fit to inherit his aspirations shall surely come forth. Assuming, of course, the requisite ether to give it form is available. Pray summon the phantom beings you have collected in your travels, and let their power serve as a font of energy to complete this rite. Now, let us hie ourselves to a locale that can accommodate the ritual. I dare say the great abyss shall serve as a fine stage.
Always and ever shall we wish for mankind's happiness. But that does not mean we wish for all else to suffer. It's strange when you think about it, why did Mother Heimdall create us Laportes with such a capacity for worry?
Any theories as to why the vessel suddenly began to emit ethereal waves after years of silence? For my part, I believe the reason to be a fairly mundane one. Deterioration over time simply caused the ship's internal components to malfunction. Yet how profound 'twould be if it were Bahamut's undying yearning which awakened the vessel. Such a happening would be worthy of song, would you not agree?
So this is the manifestation of Bahamut's innermost desire. It's magnificent.
Verily. 'Tis a wirm not of dread, but of hope, yearning to spread its wings and speed across the firmament. And it seems it has recognized our friend here as its master. Pray lend me thine ears for a moment, friends. On palest moon, a wish takes wing of hope for freedom born aloft would dragons soar and sing the hero's heart was sworn. Forgive me, I could not help but convey this miracle in verse, like a rushing stream, the words came tumbling forth unbidden. And for this new composition, perhaps, a moonside wish should serve as a fitting title. Precious few are as blessed as you with tales of adventure. Yet despite full awareness of your past exploits with similarly fantastical creatures, never did I imagine that the manifestation of Bahamut's desire would be counted among them. But I digress. Atop these wings of hope, may you soar further beyond than ever before. And one day, when you have returned from your latest adventure, I pray you share the trials and tribulations of your journey with me.
Regarding what the minstrel said earlier, maybe it really was a step too far to give form to Bahamut's wish. Maybe this was a selfish act, just a means to soothe my own conscience. But now that I see this embodiment of a simple hope, to fly and be free, and know that it will have every opportunity to do so at your side, I'm glad we went through with it. So, thank you, Decoding. You didn't have to help, but it means the world to me that you did. Let this newborn being experience all that Bahamut was denied, and together, may both your dreams be fulfilled.